Hello again, gamers. Welcome back to the Board Game Captain. I'm the Board Game Captain, and today I'm going to be doing a review and tutorial on Puzzle 101, which is one of the Blinks games. I'm holding it right here. Puzzle 101 was originally published in the Blinks core set, though they are doing different combinations of Blinks for sale now, so it might show up in other sets, but this is where I got it in, is the Blinks core set. And big thank you to Move38 for sending me the Blinks core set to play these games and review them. Thank you. So now Puzzle 101. Before we get started in showing you how to play Puzzle 101, I do want to draw attention to the fact that I'm wearing one of our merch shirts. This is the Hey Good Looking, Come to This Dungeon Often shirt. This is a joke about when you're doing role-playing games, some encounters need to be defeated with a charisma-based skill instead of just combat. I have plenty of other shirts like this over on our Teespring store, as well as mugs and a sticker. If you'd like to check them out, there's a link in the description down below. And if you're in a position to and would like to help out the channel, there's also a link to our Patreon in the description down below. So without any further ado, I'm going to take you over to the table and show you how to play a game of Puzzle 101. I may even run through a couple of these because they're so fast. And then we're going to come back and I'm going to talk about how this game plays and how it feels. I'm going to rate it and review it, and we're going to get a second opinion from Lynn. Okay, so the first thing you need to do to start your setup for Puzzle 101 is to turn on 6 blinks, including the Puzzle 101 blink, which is the one I'm holding in my hand. Then you have to hold the Puzzle 101 blink down for 6 seconds until it starts to do this little training motion here with the blue circling light, and attach it to the other blinks to teach them all to play Puzzle 101. This is the same as just about all of the Blinks games, though the number of blinks may vary from game to game. Once they have all been taught to play Puzzle 101, they're going to change color from this blue learning mode. And there they are now signaling that they have learned to play Puzzle 101. Now to set up to play your game of Puzzle 101, you need to arrange them in a circular pattern like this. So once you see this crazy display of all the colors, it's ready for a double click to start your game of Puzzle 101. So you double click the brightly flashing one in the middle here. Now that will generate you a random puzzle. So what you have to do is separate all of the pieces, and then you have to figure out how to fit them together. So they're going to show you all the colors that you need to get linked up to be able to correctly have fitted them together. And when you link correct colors together, like these 2 purple ones here, they're going to start pulsing to show that they have made a correct connection. So let's see if I can figure out this yellow and purple puzzle here. So let's see. So this one has 2 yellows. This one has 3 yellows, my goodness, and a purple. So let's see, what are we gonna do? This one's got a single purple and that's it. This one's got a single yellow. This one's got 2 purples next to each other. And we've got a purple and a yellow next to each other. I think what we need to do, let's see, is click that there and that. Oh wait, no, that doesn't work. Oh, see, and then already I'm getting myself tripped up. Okay, so if I click this here and this here, these will all be correctly linked at the moment. Now I need to have a yellow and a purple here. So I think what I need to do, let me swap these out. Get the yellows and the purples all flashing. And I'm going to swap this one in here. And then this one in here, oh, that's getting better. That's got most of them flashing. And then this yellow here, and this purple here, and there we go. Now, when it's all pulsing like that, you have completed and won a game of Puzzle 101. Now, if I would like to solve another puzzle, I can double-click any of the blanks, and it'll bring me back to setup mode. I'm going to reset it up like this, double click the center blink again, and it will set me with a new puzzle. Now this one, as you can see, has far more colors because I've got the purples, the yellows, and the blues. I was a little surprised to see that there were no blues in the last puzzle. So I usually like to start with ones that have the most sides filled, and this one has, wow, quite a few sides lit up there. So maybe I could start like this, getting all of those seem to fit together pretty well. Now would need a blue and a yellow next to each other, but unfortunately there aren't any of those, so this is not correct. So let's pull that apart. Perhaps it is here, and then this one in here for, nope. I think maybe this single blue would go over here. It makes sense. This one has a double blue, so perhaps it needs to be there and there to make sense. Ah, there we go. That one was a real puzzler. That took me a few minutes to figure out, but there you go, and I've solved the second puzzle. And again, you can do it again, and this is one of those that I do feel like I always do it a few times in a row. So that's how you play a game of Puzzle 101. So let's head back over. I'm going to talk about how this game plays and feels, and I'm going to rate it and review it, and we're going to get a second opinion from Lynn. Welcome back. So that was how you play a game of Puzzle 101. So now some people might say that this game is more of a puzzle than a game. I mean, it's right there in the title, Puzzle 101. It is definitely a solo game. They kind of allude to the fact that you could play it with more players, but really, it's a solo game. This is a puzzle generator. It generates puzzles for you, and then you solve the puzzles. That being said, I do find this game quite entertaining. I really do enjoy this one quite a bit. I find that the never-ending supply of puzzles causes me to always play it at least a couple times in a row, and it plays super quick, so you do feel like you want to throw it out there again. And this is a case of a solo game done right. I very rarely will play solo board games or solo card games, but when there's an electronic component, like there is with this, I will, and I really do like playing this one solo. And I do feel like, because of how it generates the puzzles for me, I do feel like it is a game. Like, I know it is also a puzzle, but it does feel like a game to me, like a solo game. And I quite like it. Now, there's not a huge amount to talk about here because the game itself is fairly light, fairly easy to understand. It makes you a puzzle, you gotta fit it together. But I do feel that this is one of those, while it's not necessary on the blinks, it is one that does highlight why a game like this is better on blinks. So like if you had this game without the blinks, without the electronic components, it would have to come with a whole lot of tiles and a huge book full of puzzles. And you're like, oh, let me try this puzzle. And you'd get the right tiles together and then you'd figure it out. Whereas in this, it's all just done by the system. You click it and you go, and it gives you a puzzle and you got to try to figure it out. And then on top of that, without all those extra components, it makes it easier to do. But then on top of that, it automatically shows you if you've made right connections. So you look and you're like, oh, all this is pulsing, but this isn't. I must be wrong. I have to rework it. I got to figure out how to link these up. So it much more easily shows you when you have gotten the puzzle in a correct configuration. Also, because of the magnets, it helps to keep them together very well when you're trying different configurations. So again, while this is not one that would be necessary on the blinks, it is one that I think is very much benefits from having it on the blinks and on the blinks game system. And I quite like this one. This is a really cool hybrid of a tabletop game and an electronic game that I think works very, very well. So I'm going to rate Puzzle 101 7 out of 10 stars. This is a really cool game. This is a game I play a lot, and this is one that I'm not getting tired of. I feel like every time I play it, I want to play it more. I just like watching other people play it too, which is weird. Like, this is a game I enjoy spectating. Lynn will play it, and I'll just watch her play. And I'm fine with just watching her try to figure it out. And I'll just do my best to not say anything about where I think things should go together. And then for me, I also just thoroughly enjoy playing it. So 7 out of 10 stars for me for Puzzle 101. But let me get a second opinion from Lynn. Lynn, how many stars out of 10 would you give to Puzzle 101?
7.
So Lynn is in total agreement with me there. She gave it 7 out of 10 also. Both of us really like this one. It is very enjoyable. And Lynn actually watches me play too when I play, so that's really cool. We both like playing it. We both like spectating with it. This is a really proper, solid, fun game. I thoroughly enjoy Puzzle 101. If you see this in a set of Blinks, this is one of the games that you're, if you think, well, if you enjoyed watching this and think it looks fun to you, this may be one that would make that set worthwhile, because this is quite a good game. The only thing holding me back in Puzzle 101 from being higher on it, because I know I'm sounding very positive, the only thing that would make this, that's holding this back from being higher, is the inability to make larger puzzles. I would love it if they made this able to make puzzles with 7, 8, or 9 blinks, but it is limited to 6. So if it had the ability to change the number of blinks, I think I might be an 8 on it, because it's that good. All right, there you go. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought, and if you enjoyed this review and tutorial to this one of the Blinks games and would like to see me do more, be sure to give it a like, share it on all forms of social media, and feel free to comment down below and tell me what other Blinks you'd like to see me do review and tutorials of here on the channel. I've got the original core set, the first expansion, and the community expansion, so let me know any of those that you'd definitely like to see me do review and tutorials on. And until next time, game on.